Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back to the hardest video I've ever had to edit. The reason is because it's 2 videos. As you'll hear me talking about as I go forward, I had a hard time filming the first video. I'm going to try to combine them together somehow, but yeah, you'll hear that story as we go, but what we're going to do is talk about the new makeup that I got for my birthday. If you want to hear about it, just keep watching. I already filmed this video once and it's in bits and parts because I forgot to turn the camera back on. I kept having to turn the camera off. I only put that right there to plump up that part of my lip. This stuff is hot. Several times in it, I had to go, oh, I forgot to turn the camera back on. Forgot to turn the camera back on. Till finally, I get to this new lipstick and I'm like, oh, let me show you the differences between these formulas, and then I never come back. So here we are, using brand new makeup that is no longer a first impression. And I don't know how I'll put this together yet, but this time we're going to use this palette the way it was intended to be used.
First, you gotta do your homework.
Why didn't you do your homework?
The first time that I did this video, I didn't know, okay? It was my birthday and I wanted this makeup, and Shy Guy and my son got it for me, and I didn't even do homework to figure out this is a whole new formula for Natasha Denona.
Hi everyone, I want to show you how I love using the Hypernatural Face Palette, the first ever Natasha Denona no makeup eye and cheek essential. The concept of the eyeshadows in this palette are to be used each on their own to create a quick and easy mono look.
It's a makeup no makeup kind of palette. I'm treating it like it was the original Face Glam palette, and no, it's not. And so of course it wasn't acting anything like her other shadows. And when I say this, I mean, you kind of got to put this stuff on with your fingers for it to actually show up. Maybe you could blend it out once you do that with a brush. I've had to stop my editing now and decide to just refilm. Seriously, the other day there was so much going on. The trash truck, I don't know if they were training somebody or what. That was nice. I just got that lip plumper everywhere. You get it up under here and it blows up your eyes. I don't know if they were training somebody or what, but it was like grinding gears and everything. Then they went to the end of the road and came right back, which they never do. They always wait like an hour. So you got like an hour to hurry up and film, but no, they just wanted to hang outside the house. So I keep shutting off the camera so that the noise isn't part of all of this. And all that did was cause me to not turn the camera back on. Probably 3 times I did this. Voiceovers all over the place, not turning the camera on, not using the makeup right. So anyway, no longer just fresh out of the box. We have the Natasha Denona, the new Hyper Face palette. We have this eyeliner and this mascara from Lisa Eldridge. This here. And then I will put on this lipstick, of course, and compare it to these. And we're just gonna have a mishmash, hodgepodge kind of video. So now that I've explained all of that, let me finish up all of the makeup except for the new stuff, and I'll be back. Let's try this again. So these shadows in this palette is meant to be a one and done, no makeup kind of makeup look. In other words, don't think that you can get by with using these like you would any other palette that we do here. You know how we'll take and we'll put on a shade, then we'll blend into the crease, then we'll do an outer corner shade, then we'll do an inner corner shade. No, no. In fact, if you try to use these shades over the top of powdered shades like that, it won't do well. In fact, I couldn't with a brush get these to perform, especially over the top of other shadows at all. If they would crease, they wouldn't blend right. Let's use this synthetic brush here on my eyes. I already have Sigma eyeshadow primer on. And yeah, we don't have a shade in here that's gonna do what I want. There's not really a matte crease shade that I would use in here. I just noticed that. Other than up here, I mean, we could use this. Let's do that. Let's use the contour bronzer as the matte shade that I come into my crease with. I'm gonna get the one next to it, which is a little darker, and bring that in here to deepen it up a little bit. It's not deepening it up a lot, is it? This is very light. Did this come in multiple shades, or did I just get the light one? Because if this is not in a deeper shade also. This probably isn't going to work for everybody. It's not really meant for this, but I'm using it, of course, because there's no matte crease shades in this. Maybe they meant for us to use it with other palettes, like maybe this one that I've been using in the Fritzyville basket. So, you know, I could pull, if you already have these, you could pull them in. Since I pulled it out, let's just go ahead and get that shade that I like on the fifth shade of that palette to deepen that up some. Introducing regular eyeshadow into the mix. I'm just going to dunk that down on the very end into Statement. And this is from the new palette. And just bring it out here to see. And it just doesn't go. That's not working the way I want. Let's try my pinky. Okay, now I could change my mind because this is a first impression, basically. I opened it up and I'm just using it, so this is my first impressions, but so far, I'm not really that in love with what I've done. Come in there and get that dark shade that I so desperately want to do this. Okay. This could be a formula change or something that I'm just not, you know, in the know about. But look what's happening here. This is making me nervous, girls. Nervous. I'm nervous. Perhaps these are meant to be like one and dones. Maybe this palette is meant for people who don't want all these different, you know, outer, inner, in the crease, in the transition. So what these are meant for is to take your finger and quickly, you know, this is a quick one and done, out the door kind of thing. And that may be something that a lot of mature women even really like, because you can just take your finger, no brushes, take your finger, go on there. I also want to point out that these are named for how she intends for you or how she thinks you might want to use them. So like this one's an everyday shade, and I will tell you, it looks like a shade I used to use every day, just like this one shade on the lid, and that was it. Okay, by Lancome, and I forget what it was called. Then you got Dreamy, which you better use a glitter glue with or it will travel down on your face, up on your lids. Statement, Soft, which is pinky peach kind of look. And then this is called Casual. I'm going to take, just like that with my finger, I'm going to put Everyday on the way she showed how she intended for it to go on. So this is it. And then, of course, you know, you can get darker with it and then just kind of bring it up. But that's it. That's how she intended for you to use these. And it works okay like that. What it's not going to do very well is blend on top of powder shadows that you may have laid down. All right, it's not going to go over the top of other formulas like this. Okay, it wasn't doing a very good job. I'm going to take my pinky and come into Statement, which is darker, and bring that like right there. And I think you'll see what I mean. See, it blends pretty fast and easy with your finger. They're a silky kind of texture, so it's, you know, something that goes on pretty quick like that. And then we'll just do that on this side too. So it's really good for this. And I think that there is a need for something like this. It's just not necessarily up my alley, which is unfortunate because this was my birthday present. And I just don't see me doing this a lot. I could be wrong. You know, from here, you could like take that shade, the first shade that we used every day, and take a brush and it will go very lightly blended up. And that works out pretty good. Just to kind of feather blend it up there. It doesn't take very much effort at all. And I think that's the whole point. I just saw that she had a new face palette out and I was like, oh, I want it. It's got a contour and a new blush in it. I want that. And I didn't watch her talk about it, and she explains it very well on her Instagram. And I just went into it and thought, oh my gosh, what is going on here? Why won't this perform? And then of course she's saying you can take like an eyeliner brush and get Statement then and come and use it as a liner right here at your lash line. It'll get a little darker, but it's not enough for me. Let me show you this. here. So what I do is I come over here, okay, and I flip up. So I'm just getting a tiny bit of the darker shade and then bring it into the hollows of my cheeks, like so. I don't really know how this palette would work on darker skin tones. I mean, she just has like these. This is it. This is just this one palette. And I'm fortunate that it works with my skin tone. But I don't know how that would do with other darker or even lighter skin tones. This is, you know, as you can see, 3 different shades. And then the blush, because you see this over here is very, very light, and that's pretty pigmented. So I'm just tapping my brush, a very fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna put that right there. I think that looks really pretty on the cheeks, and it blends out very nicely. I'm going to show you these swatches really quick, and I'm going to put this on top so you can see how it would jazz those up, but I'm not going to put it on again because I don't enjoy glitter all over my face. So I'm going to, like, just starting left to right, do this. So this is Everyday, Dreamy, then we got Statement, Soft, and you'll have to wait till I get another finger clear to do the last one, which is Casual. This is the first shade, which is Everyday. Was that Dreamy? Dreamy. And then this is the third one. Boy, that felt good. Statement. Making a statement with Statement there. We have Soft, and that's Casual. This is interesting to me. This is probably something I'll swirl together, but let's look at those 3. So there's those. I'm going to swirl into all 3, and yeah, okay. So that's the blushes. So there we go. That's very light. Probably will swirl these 2 together. So if you like that glitteriness, you could use that all by itself, and it does yield a lot of shine. But like I said, I would sincerely think about using NYX glitter glue under that, or some kind of glitter glue under that, if you don't want it, because you know when you blink it travels up and then it falls down onto your face. Here's Everyday, and then you could pop this over the top of it, and see, you've got a whole new shade. And it's very pretty. But what I'm going to do instead is demo this for you. And we're moving into the Lancome and Lisa Eldridge section. Now I want to show you, this is so different. You see that's really flat over there. And there's like a scoop that's holding that shadow in there. I'll insert a clip so you can see what I'm talking about. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and right here on the, I'm just going to come all over it. Now, one thing about this is I can tell you that I didn't know the other day. It's like, is this stuff going to dry down really quick? Is it going to crack off onto my face later? Is it going to lose its shine? Well, you kind of know the answer to that because it's Lancome, right? And they wouldn't be able to get by with charging you what this cost if it did, but I'll just go ahead and tell you, it doesn't. It stays. It doesn't feel dry, uncomfortable. It doesn't flake off. It's beautiful. And this one is in Desert Sand. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. And because of the way that is, you can use that as a liner. I guess for this video, we could have put Statement all over and then lined with this. Now, I only got this one shade because, you know, I ran out of money. But you could take something that you have that's brighter, all right, and put it over the top of that, maybe in the middle, and even brighten that up a little bit more. Like, ooh, I bet my Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize and Champagne would do it. Let's get it. I'm going to take that because I do believe that that is a lighter shade than this is, and pop it right there. It is. Just popping it right in the middle. I'm going to get a little bit of Statement, you know, because I got a little bit too much there, and I'm just going to like press it in There. I am determined to get what I want.
As a paying customer, I expect to get what I want.
I'm tired of messing with that. I'm just not going to get the blend that I want today. But I'll tell you what, I am going to put this in the next Fritzyville basket because I do want to spend 30 days with it nonstop and see what I think at the end of that 30 days. But let's move on to the Lisa Eldridge stuff. So, I have her new Kitten mascara, which is now a day older than when I put it on the first time. This one isn't new. Okay, this came out a little bit ago, but I didn't want to get her Kitten eyeliner because that's liquid and I don't do liquid. But I am going to take and come up here a little bit with it. This is the creamy. I'm not going to say it's a creamy-est because, you know, it might not be, but it is pretty darn creamy. This is pretty creamy. I mean, it will not hurt your waterline or your tight line, and when you put it in, if you do that, you may not do that. Now, what I found was it does transfer if you blink quickly. Not a lot, but it pretty much held on, so I like it. Oh no, look what I did. You guys, I have to do that over here now because I messed that up. If nothing else, you saw how creamy this thing is. So creamy. Let's just take my eyeliner brush. That's kind of something I don't do here, isn't it? I don't normally come on my lid with eyeliner. And then there's this mascara. It's a bristle curved brush. I probably should use a curler to curl them up first, but I do the no-no. And the no-no is not for you. Okay, don't do the no-no.
Did you hear me? No.
No!
Some of you probably know exactly what I'm talking about because you do the no-no too. And that is to use the curler after you have the mascara on. And I'm happy to report that this mascara does not break off where you do that. And if you're a no-no person, then you know some mascaras do break where you hit it with the curler, and this one doesn't. This mascara is really good for giving you the lengthened, separated lash. It builds nicely on itself. And now we come to the part of the video where on the last video, I went, I give up. I'm filming this over. And that was when I got to the lip because I said, I'm going to show you the difference between these different formulas, and then I went off camera and never came back. Oh, I did. I just sat here and filmed when the camera was off. But this is the new Intimatte from Lancome. This is the color I have, and it is in Hush Hush. And I was saying, before I so rudely played myself,
She knows she got played.
that this lip liner that I've been using all month, the Mario one, shade Pink Peony in this, I thought looked pretty okay together. And so what I did was I lined my lips and kind of, you know, feathered it in a little bit and then put this on with it. I thought it looked beautiful, and I'll show you that in a second. But I do want to show you just like this, you know, what it looks like. And the formula is so, I mean, I think they did a good job. It's creamy, okay, but not like their cream. And it's matte, but not like their drama matte, okay? So it's not dry at all. Let me put this liner on with it. I'm just gonna kind of turn that up on its side a little bit. And now we'll put this on. I like it. Isn't that pretty? I think that's so pretty. Let me go put a scarf or something, do something with this rat's mess hair, and I will come back, and then I promise I'll turn the camera on this time and we will talk about my thoughts going forward with this stuff, and I will show you the difference between the Lancome formulas, okay? Yeah, I personally don't really have a need for this. It's not how I do my eyeshadow, but I can see how some of you would. Now, first of all, if I had taken the time to, but I was in a hurry, right? Because it was my birthday. I wanted to get my birthday, you know, so that's what you get for rushing. I thought this was going to be like this size. And I thought it was just like a new improved face palette that I bought like a year or so ago, where it had like a highlighter, a blush, and then eyeshadows. And that's what I thought we were doing. I mean, I'm going to keep it and I'm going to use it for 30 days in the next Wasted and Glitzy Fritzyville to see if it'll change my mind, because sometimes that does happen. But I'm not a fan of this formula, not for the way I do eyeshadow. Now, if you like to just go like that and you done, well, you might love this, especially if these colors are right up your alley. And if you collect Natasha Denona, then you're probably going to want this in your collection. But, you know, I mean, it would be good for travel. You could even slip that in your purse. And I want to point out that they have these on the back, and you can just pop these out and put different things in here. Maybe something from here I could pop out and stick in here. And then I would be happier, because this is a regular eyeshadow palette of hers, and I can do my eye the way I like to do my eye. Okay, so that's probably what's gonna happen. And I'm just gonna put these in a Z palette somewhere, because I don't particularly care for those. We'll see how I feel after the month of the Fritzyville basket and using it, if I find a way that I would like to use it. But if I have to give you a, is this worth the money right now? I'm going to say no. This though, now this is up my alley. I love this. I wish I had not bought the Natasha Denona and instead just got another shade of this that was lighter or darker that would go with it. But this is just beautiful. This gets a big thumbs up from me. It didn't flake, didn't crease, didn't, you know, it was perfect. Perfect all day long, and it removes very easily as well. So I love that. Way to go, Lancome. Lisa's products. I love this eyeliner. But like her lip liners, these are gonna go fast. Okay, so maybe this is just a special treat for you that you use on special days. That's what I'll probably do. Because I know from her lip liners, which I love. I love her lip liner so much, but it's a formula that just goes very quickly, and so does this. This has been used 2 times and I already need to sharpen it, but it's beautiful. And look, I just love it. It went in so easy, blends out. You can take and smudge it. You can use a liner brush with it. It's just a beautiful liner from a beautiful makeup artist who knows stuff. And you know she knows stuff because she's heading up the creative department for Lancome and has for years. This mascara, I find myself wanting to keep adding more. And it does build on itself very well. And it's giving me that length that I want, and it's giving me that beautiful separation. And in a week, it'll probably give me more of a buildup that I want. I can't quite get this to be as voluminous as I want, but I just opened it. It could totally change, so watch for me to tell you about it in a favorites video, where I will tell you whether or not it's a fail or you know, just the greatest mascara ever. But I will tell you right out of the gate, if you're looking for Monster Big, this is not it. This is more like Lash Idole, where it gives you that long separated, and if you build it enough, you know, put this over Sil's booster and you're there for sure. But, you know, Kitten Lash, the jury's still out, but I like how it goes on, and I think it shows promise. The lipstick is an absolute winner. Oh, Lancome, I love this. It's everything I want in a lipstick. So these are called Intimatte. Okay, like intimate, except it's Intimatte. And I got the other formulas here so that you can tell a difference. And if you've never bought Lancome lipsticks before, you might be thinking, what? I tend to buy Lancome special editions, so some of these tubes look different. But this one here is their regular formula, okay? So just, you're gonna be able to see this. All right, so that is the cream. I like the creams, but when I wear their cream, I got to put it on blot, because if I don't use a lip liner, this will travel on me. But it's very nourishing, very beautiful. And then this is their Drama Matte. This was a special one for Valentine's Day. You can't hardly see it anymore, but it was a heart-shaped bullet. So now look at the difference. This is a Drama Matte. It's much, much drier. And it certainly is matte. You can see that, right? And it doesn't feel dry, but it tends to look kind of dry. So I end up taking a lip gloss and going over it, and well, that defeats the purpose for me of having a matte lipstick. So the new Intimattes are somewhere in between. It's a creamy matte. I love it. It is so comfortable. It's not, well, I've got a lip liner on, so it's not traveling, but I know because I've already wore it for a day and reapplied. It is not this, and it's not that. All right, let me come up closer. And there you have it, my friends. That's my opinion of the new makeup that's been released that I got for my birthday. Thank you guys for your birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. 62 is a milestone for me. Of course, it's a milestone for everybody, you know. So now let me do what I didn't do on the last one, and that is tell you how much I love you, that you're the best part of the Fritzy family, and that I hope that you're having a blessed day. But if you're not, you can go get one. Just go be a blessing to somebody else. And Lord willing, until next time, love you. See ya. Bye. And I'm out.
I'm 62. Yeah, I said it's my birthday. No, 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 no. Happy Social Security. No, 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 no. The kitten fetish mascara. No, it's not a fetish. Merrick, you're making Lisa into something she's not. Trash truck. Stop doing your job. I'll wipe this off and we'll study that finger. Gold finger. Just so happens to be the wrong one, too. And this one is in Hush Hush. Just like Charlotte, your head is going to roll over Hush Hush. Get it? Hush Hush, sweet Charlotte. Peter! Look at me! Oh, Peter! What? What are you looking at? Nothing? Everything's out of focus. What in the world? Hot, hot, hot. It's hot, hot, hot. It's a chili pepper. Chili pepper, chili pepper. Hot, hot, hot. It's hot. That changed it a little bit too much. I said a change would do you good. A change would do you good. I said a change will do you good. A change will do you good. I don't know. I'm like doing a luau thing. Let's not do it. What is coming out of my mouth? What is that? It's lunch. It was turkey.